Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tariq. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and to watch my previous videos. So happy Earth Day. Yeah. So today I am doing a video about my ascension process, and this was actually requested, which I am so thankful for. Please keep requesting things from me because I want this to be like an interactive channel where y'all can comment and like we can talk about things, because I don't want my viewpoint to be like the only viewpoint, the only say so. I know I get things wrong sometimes. So I would love to hear your suggestions, anything like that. So today I'm doing a video on my ascension process. This is going to be a part 4 to this little series that I'm going to continue to update as I learn more on my journey. So since the last time I gave an update on my journey, a lot has really happened, and like my mindset has changed like a lot because of like things happening to just keep on pushing me on my journey. And in my ascension process, I see a lot of synchronicities, which are basically like little coincidences that aren't really coincidences because coincidences don't exist. So they're like intentional things that the universe places on your path for you to like continue on that path, to continue down the rabbit hole. Some of the synchronicities that I see are like I'll hear songs from my childhood, or if I like a song, I'll keep on hearing it, or if a song reminds me of somebody, I'll hear that song and I'll think like, oh, that person is thinking about me, or something like that. I also see a lot of animals, a lot of birds, especially crows and cardinals. Yeah, I see a lot of deer too, which are really important to me. And I've spoken about deer before on this channel, and like they just really mean something special for me. I see geese a lot too, and those are important for me to see because right now I'm manifesting my husband and my family, and I know that geese mate for life. So whenever I see a family of geese, I know like that I'm aligning to what I want to manifest. I also see people, like familiar people in random ass places, like somewhere I'll be working somewhere, or I'll go to the grocery store or something, and I'll just see a familiar person. I'm like, oh my gosh, hey, I haven't seen you in years, like hi, you know. But I always know like the universe is telling me like I'm at the right place at the right time. And also like one time I was at the grocery store and I was like, I'm gonna see somebody I know today, and like 10 minutes later somebody walked in and I was like, oh hey girl, and I already knew she was coming because I manifested it. Phrases, I'll hear certain phrases like lucky, or like perfect timing, or just perfect. I'll see these things and hear these things, and I'll know like that I'm on the right track, and that I am lucky, and that I'm always in the right place at the right time. So those things, like seeing those things over and over. Or right now as I'm manifesting a husband, I see husband a lot, wife, marriage, wedding. I'll see wedding dresses, like pictures of wedding dresses, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, I also see numbers like 111, 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, etc., etc. And these numbers, they are called angel numbers, and they're basically the angels telling me like, we're here, we're helping you, keep a positive mindset. And also you can definitely like Google any numbers that you keep seeing over and over, and it'll have like a message for you that usually does resonate. Like whenever I look it up, it resonates a lot for me. Also I see license plates, like customized license plates. I made that a white rabbit like a while ago. So whenever I see customized license plates, I know I'm in the right place at the right time. Like actually walking over here to this place, I saw a few actually in a parking lot. So I was like, yeah. Some that I see or have seen, I've seen one called Sacred Love. I've seen Wait for Me, Go for Mine, Be Secure, Faith Works, and Keep Running. And I'll see certain ones like repeatedly over time, like on other sides of town. So I know like this is something that I'm meaning to see. Another thing that has been happening on my journey, I have noticed that as my attitude shifts, my actual reality shifts. And I notice it at home and pretty much everywhere I go. But I mostly see it at work because, you know, I go to work every day. And I do the same thing every day at work. So there's more of a chance for me to actually pick out when the pattern is changing. So I notice, like, if I'm going to work and some person I'm working with is making me mad, or, I'm reacting angrily to a person I'm working with, or to circumstances that I'm in, I'm not comfortable in them. I notice as I go home and I work on myself and I change my own patterns and thoughts and like beliefs and all that, I come back and like that person will be gone or those circumstances will be different. And that's like a shifting reality because now I don't have to deal with this thing that I didn't like. And that comes with working on myself. It doesn't just change by itself. It's you're making yourself more positive, so you're aligning to more positive and good feeling circumstances. Also like feng shui. I do feng shui at home too. But also like I'll see it at work. If I go home and I change my attitude and I come back, the room will be in a different way and it will feel nicer, like the energy will flow better and it will like the kids will listen more. I work at a daycare, so the kids will listen more, stuff like that. Like feng shui is actually really important. Do not sleep on feng shui. But another thing I noticed in my journey is like a lot of times I will break down crying, like wanting to hurt myself. Yeah. And that comes with the dark night of the soul where you just feel completely hopeless, like the only way out is this way. And that comes with the dark night of the soul because you're growing and you're processing through all this pain and trauma that's been building up for lifetimes. As you're ascending, you have to drop that weight. So when you're crying, when you can't sleep, when you can't eat, all that kind of stuff, all that anxiety, it's just you purging that out of yourself. And I'll notice like every time I feel like hurting myself one day and I don't do it, I just think about, oh, I'm gonna be better for myself, be better for my daughter, be healthy, and just keep on working on myself. Then I notice like the next day everything is just different, everything is just beautiful, the people are nicer, the circumstances are nicer. It's just because I kept on pushing it. I didn't let that break me down. Yeah, so people are a reflection of you. Every person that you meet is a reflection of you, and as you change, your environment changes. That's the law of attraction. That's literally what the law of attraction states, basically. Something else I've been encountering on this journey are karmic relationships, and specifically someone I met recently, a guy. It has been like a freaking roller coaster, up and down all the time, like a roller coaster, a karmic relationship. And I know it was meant to happen this way because it was meant for me to grow, it was meant for him to grow. And that's anybody you meet. especially if they have some kind of negative impact on you. They're meant to show you that darker side of yourself, that thing that pisses you off, like, is meant to show you that. That's what a karmic relationship is. And he's not the only karmic relationship. Like, every person in my life right now is a karmic relationship, and I understand that, and I try to incorporate that on my journey. Like, what is this person trying to teach me? If this person pisses me off, what are they trying to teach me? If I feel like I love this person, what am I tapping into, you know? It's helping me see every relationship we have is meant to show us who we are and to help us decide who we want to be, what we want, and how we decide to get there. Your choices always reveal to you how good you are doing and if you could be doing better. Another thing that I have been experiencing on this journey is manifesting in other magical things. So I consider myself to be a witch, and I feel like I can say that now because I won't get burned at the stake for it this lifetime. Yeah, so I've been learning tarot, like watching tarot, learning to limit and discern with tarot, because a lot of tarot you can watch on YouTube, people put their vibe all in it, and they've been cheated on, they've been abused, they've been lied to, all this stuff, so they automatically see certain cards like Seven of Swords or etc. If you know like tarot, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've been learning to use my own intuition concerning tarot and just like getting into witchy magic stuff like that. I also really fuck with candle magic. Basically, you set an intention with a candle, and you light it and you burn it and you let it burn and you go do whatever, and that's basically to symbolize like you're letting you're alchemizing and you're allowing your desire to manifest. Yeah. Also, anything that I've been needing, I manifest it. Like, if I need a ride somewhere, someone will come up to me like, hey, do you need a ride? Or if I need money, like, I will get money somehow. Just anything that I need, I manifest it. Also, my third eye has been really activating. I've been having like a lot of visions and dreams. My intuition has been spot on. Like, I'll go to check my phone and someone will text me, and this happens like all the time. Or I'll be like if I'm listening to music, I'll be like, oh, this song is gonna play next, and it plays next. Like stuff like that. Like, my intuition is just really like tweaking to perfection, and I fuck with it. Also on this journey, I have been healing trauma, especially childhood trauma, especially early adulthood trauma, like that trauma you get from like jumping into relationships and shit. I've been healing all of that, like just really taking time to process it and to just realize it wasn't my fault. Realize that the energy I put out returns to me, so I've been trying to work on my attitude and my energy. And I've really been having like coming across important conversations, and I said coming across because like that's how the universe works. Like, you'll see somebody and you start having this conversation, and you talking and talking, and you realizing you're healing a certain part of you that you didn't know needed to be healed. Like, that's been happening a lot with like having conversations with family and friends that really cleared up old wounds and really made it like, okay, I can move on from this now. Yeah, I'm just realizing things that I am experiencing now that I consider to be unpleasant are just happening because of the way I was taught to think about myself and about other things and about the way things work in this world in general. So if I'm thinking, oh, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not good enough for that, if these are subconscious things that I grew up thinking, or like subconscious things that come from the things that I was taught growing up thinking, those things are not going to change until I address those subconscious thoughts. And as I'm addressing those subconscious thoughts, things are changing. I am seeing progress. Also, I have been working on, in this journey, I have been working on changing my neural pathways. And neural pathways are basically grooves in the brain that you develop over time through repeating certain beliefs, certain ideas, repeating certain routines and actions. Your brain makes a groove in your brain, basically to have like a little storage space to be like, oh, I'm about to go wash clothes. Let me dig in this groove and remember what I had to do, basically. I'm just trying to explain what a neural pathway is. But I have been changing my neural pathways. I have been exercising, doing yoga, doing creative things like drawing, singing, dancing, that kind of stuff. Cleaning and cooking, eating healthy, switching to vegetarian, and continuing to do these things. Like, I have been doing these things and I'm continuing to do them. And as I continue to do them, the neural pathways that I have created actually allow me to like crave to do these things. Like, if I'm sitting around all day, I'm like, I need to get up and go exercise, or I need to get up and do some yoga and stretch my body out, or I need to go get up and cook myself a good meal. Like, as opposed to before, I'd be like, oh, I'm laying down in bed, I'm just gonna lay here all day, I'm just gonna starve, I'm just gonna be sad and blah blah blah. Like, as you change your neural pathways, your reality will change automatically. It's a given. Yeah. So, yeah, and that can help with anything like addictions, just laziness, not feeling motivated. The more that you get up and go do it, the more that your brain is automatically going to create those neural pathways, and you're going to be like, okay, I actually want to do this. I actually want to go clean the whole house, you know. Continuing on. Another really important thing in my Ascension journey that I have been like really using to grow myself is raising my daughter Naomi. And I feel like it's a very spiritual experience. I conceived her inside of my body. She grew inside of my body. Like, I could feel her kicking, like moving around. If I fed myself, I was feeding her. When I laid myself down to sleep, I was laying her down to sleep. We became one. And it's a very spiritual thing to have birthed her, brought her into this world, especially the way that childbirth is set up. That stuff hurt, and pain is very spiritual. It just, it triggers something inside of you. Pain triggers something inside of you that's very spiritual. Yes, I called forth this life into the world, I brought in this life with the use of so much energy. I was screaming and pushing and crying, and I was concentrating, and like all of that manifested to her being brought out into this world. Healthy baby, you know, healthy weight, 10 fingers, 10 toes, smart as ever. She is just growing up on me. Yeah, in the end, I just felt like so much relief. It's so heartwarming knowing that the pain and the work that you go through is so worth it. And yeah, I feel like that's a metaphor for what life is like. Like, once you keep going and pushing through that pain, once you push through those dark nights of the soul, you stay alive, you keep going, you keep being good to your friends, you keep being good to people like strangers, you keep doing stuff for yourself, you keep going, and your life will turn out the way that you want it to. And I'm seeing that as my mindset changes, as I change my habits, my life is turning towards the way that I want it to, versus just being stuck in the past and being so sad, like, oh, this is happening, I can't change this. Yes, you can change it, and you change it by changing yourself first. That's what I've been learning on this journey. I've been learning patience is key, knowledge is everything, but mostly patience is key. So yeah, that's where I am on this journey right now. I will definitely keep you updated. Comment anything about your ascension process, anything that you're going through, synchronicities you might see that keep you going, like themes that you may be learning in your life. Yeah, just talk to me, tell me in the comments, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.